Welcome back to 66.6 Monster Radio. I'm your host. Our guest today comes from one of the most diverse backgrounds we've had on the show to date. Neither too holy nor too fallen. Please welcome the Nephilim Triz Palarkestes.
Oh, hell's bells. Nobody calls me that. Please, just call me Triz.
Oh, thank God.
Do you have to bring my grandfather into this already?
Grandfather? I only have your parents' info.
Then you should know that my parents are firstborn angel and devil, which means the big guy upstairs and downstairs are my granddads.
Ah, I see. How's that life?
Can't complain. I am their favorite child, after all.
Of your grandparents?
Correct. They both love me so much. It's why Mom and Dad have to be so careful in the divorce proceedings. And that's what I'm here to talk about.
Well, by all means, then. So, your parents are an angel and a devil.
Mom's a devil, Dad's an angel. Dad works as a courier of souls for judgment, and Mom works some side gigs.
Yeah, she does. Call me a side gig, because I want to get worked.
I see Priscilla, our sound engineer, is familiar with your mother's work.
Correct. She gets around. She's part of Hell's Vice Squad. And no, she's not stopping the spread of vice. Quite the opposite, actually. Anyway, yeah, my parents are finally getting a divorce. It's been ages, literal ages, and they finally decided they couldn't live together. Hell's too hot, Dad says. Heaven's too bright, Mom says. I can't stand all the fire, Dad says. Well, I can't stand all the judgmental looks, Mom says. They even had special leaves to make their homes in either domains, 'cause of me, you see, and they still couldn't make it work. So they're splitting, but they're making sure to keep me happy the whole time. I don't think either one relishes the idea of what would happen to them if they fell out of favor with me.
You're so high in heaven and hell's esteem, choosing one or the other would be disastrous for the unchosen parent.
Exactly. Everything feels so fake and forced about our interactions now. The issue of custody is coming up, and I have to choose who I'm staying with. And both my grandpas are so jealous, and they both think I'm the best thing since kicking humans out of the garden. But with Mom and Dad splitting, they're both watching to see who I'll be choosing to stay with. And it feels like a lot of responsibility.
Feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders.
It sort of is. If I pick Mom, God promises to send another 10 plagues. If I pick Dad, Satan will send 10 more televangelists to Earth.
The world really does rest on your decision, then.
And it's not fair.
That is a lot of suffering.
Ugh, I don't care about the humans. I care about what happens to me. I don't want to have to pick one or the other.
Oh. Yeah, screw those people, to be honest. Well, I suppose you should start weighing the merits of each choice.
Well, I already took a look at some of the pros and cons. Let's go over them, shall we? Okay, for Dad, Dad's the angel, remember?
I'm with you so far.
Heaven's not on fire. Big pro, if you don't really care for the fire.
What's your feelings on fire?
It's meh. Like, if you need to cook stuff, you can do it anywhere. Not very sanitary. But if you have mortal possessions you care about, those go up in smoke regularly. And I collect cryptid memorabilia. That stuff is not easy to replace.
May I interject? What's your favorite part of your collection?
Oh, look at this. Here, I have a few things I keep with me. Here's a werewolf fang.
That's a human tooth.
It is now, but when the full moon comes out, it turns into a wolf tooth. And here's some ghost ectoplasm.
That looks like a big ball of snot.
It makes weird noises at night. telling you to kill your family, but this. This is Moth Girl's signature.
Oh! Wait, hold on. Here! I have one too. We can compare
What? I thought I had a rare item. You're telling me she just hands these out to anyone? Ugh. Guess I'll have to expand my collection. But anyways, all these things would go poof in hell pretty quickly. At least in heaven, my collection would be protected.
I enjoy not being on fire as well.
Another heaven pro is all the food. They have just about everything up there, except pomegranates. There's like a stigma against those.
The more you know.
Heaven con. There's no alcohol. Nothing rots in heaven, so you can't make your own either. The parties are really dreadful too. Everyone has to be stone cold sober for every minute of the hymns.
The hymns?
That's another con. Heaven's parties have nothing on the raves in hell. You'd never catch Megan the Nightmare, Harry Beguiles, or Doja Hellcat on the Heavenly Circuit, and those are the hottest performers these days. That's what I have for heaven. What are some of the pros of hell? Well, we already talked about the parties. Oh, they have the coolest lizard collections. Heaven doesn't really have a thing for snakes or dragons, but there are pits full of them in hell, tormenting the souls day and night. Dad used to take me to see them when he dropped off bucket loads of unworthy souls. The screams were a bit shrill, but you get used to them. Or you can just use noise-cancelling headphones.
Those are a godsend, aren't they?
They were more of a joint effort, actually. Satan got some relief from all the screaming, and God could finally ignore all those prayers in peace.
Makes sense why they work so well then. Anything else going for hell?
That's about it. You get to inflict a lot of torment if you decide to find work, but that sounds like effort. Ugh. But for cons, you better get used to one weather type all the time. No sad, rainy days for contemplation. No bright, sunny days for going to the beach. It's just hot and smoky all the time. Can't even get a proper tan unless you like getting that second-degree pink tint. Now that I think about it, you have to have raves all the time just so you can tell where in the hell you are.
Well, that's interesting to know some of the pros and cons. Are there no alternatives, then?
Alternatives?
Yes, like not going with either parent, maybe. Surely you could make a case for striking out on your own, perhaps.
I hadn't even thought of that. What else is there, though? Oh, don't say Earth. That place sucks.
Well, if not Earth, your grandparents are quite powerful, yes?
Yeah. Duh.
You approach them directly and see about a third domain being created. You could even make it one under your control, if they like you so much.
Wow. Wait, I've never thought of that. I should try it.
Might be worth
Hey, grandfather?
Yes, my favorite child.
Sup, girl?
I don't want to pick Mum or Dad. Could you make me my own place?
Of course.
Sure thing!
Behold, my child, a perfect paradise.
Where a perfect party never ends!
Oh, thank you so much, Grandad. Great idea. Now I don't have to pick between Mum or Dad. And both my granddads are happy.
Anytime. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have extra tickets to Trizland, would you?
Sorry, only for cool people. Well, see you later. Oh, hey, Priscilla, you want a ticket?
Yes, please.
Drat. Well, it was worth a try. I hope you enjoyed that, creepy crawlies. Until next time. Damn it, Priscilla got out before I did.
She'll be back. You're not immune to stuff on Trizland. Priscilla will be dead within the hour.
Priscilla does have some exotic tastes. I'm sure she'll enjoy the experiment, at least. Why is she cool and I'm not?
Maybe if you tried sounding less like you're from the 1950s.
The 1950s are cool, though.
Whatever. I have your next guest info here.
George? Why does this name fill me with fear?
Hi, I'm George. Have you heard of the cult of...
No, I can't say I've had the pleasure.
Would you like to know more?
I suppose.
Great, let me just get my materials here.
Oh, shit. No!
Monster Radio is a podcast by Twin Strangers Productions and is licensed under an Attribution Share-alike 4.0 international license. Today's episode was directed by Stella Odom and written by Ty Vaughn. The host is played by Ty Vaughn. Triz is played by Morgie B. Additional voices provided by Kaila Crockett. Gage Odom. Find out more about us on our Twitter account @MonsterRadioPod or our production account @TwinStrangersP. And you can also watch our other podcast, Syntax, on the break weeks. You can find out more about that at syntaxpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, or whatever.